And y'all know it going on, know it going on. Yeah. Young leader, you just a feature, you ain't a keeper. I wanna beat it, can't go outside act like I ain't meet you. Who got the sauce? Who got the bag?
Hey guys, today we're gonna talk about, that was a shaky start. Today we're gonna talk about the day I got on the varsity baseball team. And for some of y'all that aren't even on varsity, this could be like a learning experience. So yeah. Okay, so in ninth grade, 2014, because I'm a junior now, um, I played summer ball for my high school, and I was an outfielder. And for some crazy reason, I don't know why, when I made the team, the coach automatically told me you're gonna have to move to infield, and I was like, oh, okay. Even though my middle school coach he swore up and down, bro. He swore up and down that I was gonna play outfield, because the dates leading up to the summer ball tryouts, he was like, let me be realistic with y'all. I played blah 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 ball. He played like in high school or some shit. I was like, we really don't care. He was like, I played some ball, and the fastest of y'all in high school are going to play outfield. I'm sorry, it's just the way it is. You might have played infield in middle school, but when you get to high school, they're gonna want a fast guy in outfield. Blah blah blah. I've heard that, been there, done that. And so, I tried out. The coach during tryouts told me to try out at both shortstop and center field. And I did pretty good on both, and of course I made the team. It's fucking summer ball. I mean, like scrubs come out for that. And so when he had to come to the middle school to tell us that we made the team because we couldn't drive or anything. And so he told me, you're gonna play infield, so go to third base when you get there. I was like, third base? I ain't played third base since and I just hadn't played third base in a very long time, since like 5th grade in Little League. So I was like, okay, cool, whatever. And when I got there was like 7 third basemen over there. I was like, what the heck, coach? And he's like, you set me up for failure over here. You want me to sit behind everybody? And but they were all like seniors and POs, pitchers only, and people that played JV that shouldn't even make the team last year. So I was like, oh, okay. So there's a varsity summer ball team and a JV team, and I wanted to play, so I mean, and I was going to play at summer ball, but I didn't want to sit behind anybody. So one of them ended up getting cut. So yeah, I was good with that. So I played third base like the whole time, like the whole summer. So I was pretty decent at it. I mean, I wasn't crazy good or nothing like that. I played outfield occasionally. So when spring rolled around, I didn't know whether to go to center field or third base. So I went to third base, and the same people were there. So I was like, oh man, I'm gonna be on ninth grade till senior year. And there were seniors and juniors in front of me and stuff. And I was like, fuck this, man. I want to go to the outfield. Because there was way more opportunities in the outfield. And this is one thing you need to understand. In high school, if you're not on the varsity team, it's basically like minor leagues. You gotta work your way up. You gotta find out how you can help the varsity. So, and you gotta find their weak points and switch your position accordingly. And I knew playing third base I probably wasn't getting no PT, because I thought everybody over there was good. But when tryouts came and I did pretty good, and some of the other people in front of me did really bad, they got cut. And so it ended up being like 3 seniors over there, and I was the only freshman. So I was like, oh, I'm going to get to play. But one of them was a junior, so he played JV. And so I sat behind all of them, and I played ninth grade. And I was in like 3 games into the season, I wasn't on JV, and all my other ninth grade friends were. And I was like, what the heck, yo? And there's like 12 games for JV in ninth grade at the time. And so I was pretty getting discouraged and stuff. I hit leadoff and stuff. It was crazy. Ninth grade was kind of fun, I'm not gonna lie. I hit leadoff, and I did pretty decent. I thought I should have got moved up to JV automatically, but I was only ninth grade third baseman. So I eventually get moved up to JV, so I played JV and ninth grade. So when the third baseman for JV pitches during a JV, oh my gosh, I go in, basically. Let me stop complicating this. And one day, we ended up having like a really good JV team. And eventually, like, I was getting really, really good. Like, every day I was getting better and better, making more plays and more plays. And time goes along, and one of the second basemen, he's a PO. In a JV game, he throws the wrong pitch or whatever, and the coach yells at him, and he takes off his jersey and leaves. So everybody's like, what the heck? Like, why did he just leave? And so he basically just quit the team in the middle of the game for throwing the wrong pitch, and the coach yelling at him. And his varsity number was just sitting there. And let me remind you, two of the seniors on the team already had either quit or they got kicked off. I don't remember what happened, but there was three spots, and two of them got taken up by two other outfielders, and they were freshmen. And I was like, oh man, those freshmen got moved up. That's dope. I thought hopefully I get moved up. And so when he quit, like 2 days later, the next week, me and my other buddy Dante, he plays first base, I play third base. They call us out of our fourth period class or whatever, because I had seventh period weightlifting with the football players, and he had fourth period with the baseball players, so he was already down there. So they called me down to the batting cages. They were like, "Coach needs to see you." They called me from the classroom. I was like, "What the heck?" I was like, "Why does coach need to see me at this time of the day?" And they were taking BP and stuff because they had a game that night. So I walked down there and I passed the coach that was sitting at the table. So the head coach told me to go back down to the end of the ballpark and go talk to the other coach. I was like, okay. And so he was basically like, well, you've been playing good all year, Darius, and we're going to have to move you up to varsity. And we really think you earned it. And I was like, what? Me? Varsity? What? And I was just all confused and junk, and I was just smiling. And he was like, what number do you want? And I was like, I don't know, what numbers do you have available? And he said 20 and 27, pick one. And then he was like 27. He was like, good, because that was the only one available. And Dante got 20. Dante was a sophomore, I was a freshman. And so we got moved at the same time. And I talked to the head coach and stuff. He was like, basically, son, we're just going to have you in here for defensive reasons just in case we'll need you for the rest of the season. And remind you, the team is fucking ass. This is my freshman year. They went like 4 and like 1,000 my freshman year. So, I mean, didn't hurt to bring a little freshman on the team. And I played in one game. I ran the bases. And I'll never forget this guy, Tanner Smith. He was the catcher, and he pitched a lot. Right before our region crossover, to see if we get to the playoffs, he walked up to me during BP. I was just sitting at third base, minding my own business. He walked up to me and he was like, hey man. I was like, hey, because he never talked to me. I was like, hey. He was like, you might get to play today, man. And I was like, I mean, you might get to play in the region crossover. And I was like, are you shitting me? And he was like, no man, I'm serious, you might get to play. I was like, stop it, you fool. He was like, no, I'm serious, because we might need you when old buddy goes in the pitch. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. But I turned out not getting in that game, and we got swept. And somebody threw a no-hitter, and he hit a home run. He hit 2 home runs, actually, I believe. And he goes to Georgia now. So, yeah, we kind of got fucked up by him alone. But, some tips for making the varsity team. To be honest, you just got to find the weak points and find what the varsity needs. Because whatever the varsity needs, they're going to try and get. So try and be that guy that can move the runner over, that can steal bases, that can field, that can always hit no matter what. Stuff like that. And just keep your nose. While you're in 9th grade and you're not on varsity, if you're going to the 9th grade, you just got to keep your head down, man. You just got to keep playing, to be honest. That's all I can really say, to be honest. You got to keep your head down and grind, because the more you grind, the better you're going to get, and the closer you're going to get to varsity. I got lucky. Somebody quit, and I got his number. And I actually got to run the bases at one good time when we were winning the game like 27-0. But just keep your head down and keep playing, and you never know what might happen. It happens to a lot of people, to be honest. That's all. Like this year, a whole bunch of people caught mono. A whole bunch of people like got sick or injured, and we brought a lot of freshmen up. A lot, like 4, I believe. And we already had a freshman up, so it's like 3. But yeah, just keep your head down, man. Keep playing, because you never know what might happen.
That's it.